This is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Friday. I like saying Friday. Welcome to Game Day Live, presented by the Let's Go Podcast Network and joinourcrew.com, along with Crew Brew. Welcome to all fans watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and everywhere you can get our podcast, even if it's later on Spotify and Apple. The New Jersey Devils are getting set for game number 8? Or no, it's game number 11. Take on the New York Islanders after what was a disgusting game yesterday. Shorts guy, how you doing?
Doing good. It's Friday. Got a big week next week. Got a weekend in front of me. Just to relax. So it's going to be a good time.
Very, very good. And then the Devils will play on Sunday, which they'll ruin our Sunday, I'm sure. But tonight they got to take on the New York Islanders. After a very good start to the season, we can officially say that they are in a little bit of a slump.
Yes.
That's 3 in a row. They got a point in that game against Washington that they didn't deserve, and they got 0 points in yesterday's game that they did deserve, I would say, at least in terms of outplaying their opponent, in terms of time of possession, shots on goal. Markstrom gave up a rough goal to Patrick Kane right in the final minutes of the game, and the Detroit Red Wings got the win. What were your overall thoughts?
My overall thoughts are the defense looks awful. First goal was a missed mark, even though it started with a bad play in the corner, which wound up ending up with a pass to the front, and a guy wide open again, just like against the Capitals. That second goal was Larkin's tip was fantastic on the power play. So you really can't fault a tip like that on Markstrom because you're on the kill and there's a man in front and that's a great play. That third goal was a bad pass from Luke, and I'm curious if Markstrom had the moment to get set. Either way, it went in. It was a shot to the blocker side. So you got 3 bad defensive plays leading to 3 goals. And then he lets in a bad goal for the fourth, which is the eventual game winner. And he looks like the clown of the game because he lets in the game winner when the first 3 goals were defensive mistakes as well. It's a whole team effort there, and it's a whole team breakdown for that one. Yeah, he should have had that fourth one that goes between your arm and your body. You have to stop those. Those are the ones that physically go through you. You have to stop them. So that's recency bias shows that that's the last one. That's the game winner. Well, it must be Markstrom's fault, but it was defensive breakdowns, which led to the other 3 goals. And, it is what it is. We had some offense, but we looked like we were behind the 8 ball for a lot of the game. I think Nico Hischier's trying to physically will this team to victory every single night. And he can't do it all on his own. And I don't know, plus that the extra penalty that Dylan got for getting pretty much smashed from behind, face into the boards, grabs the guy, waits for the guy to drop his gloves, and they give him the extra rough. It's like, come on, man. The guy got hit terribly, and the refs call him the extra penalty. It's like, I don't know. I hate blaming the refs, but that right there was a pretty bad spot by the refs, if you ask me.
100%. It was a tough goal on Markstrom, some shady some shady officiating in the third period. You talked about Nico Hischier. This guy is on another level right now. He's got 7 goals.
I know.
Got 7. That's insanity. Other players in the league with 7 goals. Ross Colton. Oh, that's actually kind of surprising. Artemi Panarin, Brandon Hagel, Sam Bennett. Nikita Kucherov has 8 to lead the NHL. Nico Hischier is tied with Colton for second. So unreal.
Brandon Hagel got half of his goals against us. So
that basically doesn't count.
No.
So Hischier, he's just been on fire. Timo Meier, same number of points. And Jesper Bratt and Stefan Nason and Jack Hughes are all 1 point behind with 9. You figured Jack Hughes will kind of excel above them all by the end of the season, but Hischier will probably be right there in second place. It'd be nice to really get started tonight against the New York Islanders, a team that doesn't generate a lot of offense. I kind of can get the vibe that with Hischier and Hughes playing the way that they have over the last handful of games, the lone bright spots, I think they can play a similar game that they did against the Red Wings, except come out with a win this time if things just go a little bit different. Again, there were a couple bad plays that led to bad goals. I I still feel like if they play the way they played overall yesterday, every
Mhm.
game the rest of the season, they'll win more often than not. Like giving up 16 shots is like that's pretty
Yeah.
good. If you give up 16 shots over the course of 60 minutes, you should win the game. And they didn't. Some tough breaks at the end, like we touched on, but bring it again against the Islanders tonight.
Yeah, agreed. Defensively they're there for lack of shots, but defensively they're not there for mistakes in the defensive zone or the our third of the ice, which is not good. Nico Heischer is the top player, but tonight we're actually playing a really good goalie, assuming it'll be Sorokin. Talbot played Sorokin Shesterkin-esque last night. He had 37 saves last night. We
Yep.
just and some of those saves. There was a save in particular. I think it was on Nico where he did a wraparound
Yep.
and Talbot had his glove there on the end of his pad to make the save. And I watched him like, holy cow, that was awesome. But it was on us, so it sucks that it was against us. But we really have to kind of turn it up tonight because we're playing a really good goalie tonight. If it's Sorokin, and yeah, the Islanders don't produce much, but I want to say that our game against the Red Wings was very similar to the Islanders' game against the Red Wings. The Red Wings had 11 shots in that game, and they beat the Islanders. We had we allowed, what was it? You said 16 shots, and the Red Wings beat us. So the Red Wings seem to be able to win those tight games like that, but we really got to turn it up, and we really have to start start playing well, better,
So
and we have to play better defensively and keep the offensive ability, and we'll win games.
exactly. I must have misread it last night. It was 20 shots, but still 20 shots, and you had 40 yourself.
Yeah.
You outshot them 2-1.
Uh-huh.
Like, and you lose. I think I said 4-3. I forgot about the empty netter, the controversial empty netter. I don't even want to talk about it.
There was no controversy to it.
It's just the Red Wings like crapping on Jack Hughes, and then people like roasting Jack Hughes for like getting destroyed. If he didn't give any effort, though, you'd also be destroying him. So like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like, what do you want from him? He's
He-
gonna try.
I give him credit. He's a smaller guy that stepped up to a larger guy, and the result was what the result was going to, like, what we saw was what the result was going to be 9 times out of 10. There's no way that Jack was going to take him down. And if you're that, I want to see anyone who scores a goal in the NHL that's ripping on Jack to not be that pumped, and then to not only score a goal but stand up one of the top players in the league and just he's crumpled down in front of you. Like, why would you not be just full of adrenaline at that moment? So it's it's almost like that picture from the playoffs, was it 2 years ago, with Gudis shouting in what's his name's face. It's similar. It's so similar. It's just one of those in the moment things, and it's just like, yeah, they're ripping on Jack, but at the same time, like you said, I agree. Had he just kind of skated away and turned away and looked like he didn't care, everyone would be like, well, why didn't Jack do anything? Well, we saw what happens when Jack wants to do something physical to a guy that's at least 6 inches taller than him. Jack loses. He's a small guy. Jack's not a physical player. He's a skill player.
Exactly. He's out there to try and tie the game, and he's going to give his best effort to avoid giving up an empty netter, but you can't ask for much more than him in that situation. So tonight you got, the New York Islanders. They have good players, obviously. Bo Horvat, Matt Barzal. They got good goaltending, whether it is Sorokin or Varlamov. I haven't really dug deep on that, but it's going to be a good situation either way. Patrick Waz in his first year. They're 2-2-2. So they're just they're the definition of mid, in my opinion.
Mediocrity. They're mediocrity.
And they could make the playoffs by 1 point. They could miss it by 1 point. Neither outcome would shock me. I don't think they're the worst team in the Eastern Conference, but I think they're far from the best. They're kind of in that vein as Detroit, who how good are they? We'll see. But, they're a team that has given the Devils fits in recent years. They're also a team that if the Devils really find their game and play with the speed that we know that they have, they've also taken care of the Islanders here and there. So it's a game where I'm going in with mixed expectations, and I hope they're just able to find a way.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm really excited for Jake Allen to be right back in net after that debacle against Tampa, because as a goalie, the one thing you want to do after a game like that one against Tampa is you want to get right back in the net. You want to prove that you are not as bad as that scoreline seemed, and that is the case. We know that with Jake Allen. So good on him for being able to have this opportunity to get right back at it. But we should be able to beat the Islanders. It is my worry that all these players on their team that have been kind of falling asleep are going to wake up tonight and we're going to pay the price because right now as much as I love our New Jersey Devils, but I don't know what to expect out of them night in, night out. And I know that there was some kind of quote from Sheldon Keefe today, and I didn't really catch all of it, but this is part of his job is to get this team organized. And he was saying that they needed more goaltending, or they needed their goaltenders to step up. That's what it was. So yeah, their goaltenders got to step up, but as the head coach, you're the guy that's supposed to be pushing these guys to be that better version of themselves to step up.
Absolutely. And it was always going to take a little bit of time for this team to really get
Yeah.
going. Like, I'm not like mad by any means. It's kind of basically the start to the season that I expected. I would have liked to win yesterday, 6-3-1. That record would have just been like exactly what I expect from the Devils, second or third best team in the Metropolitan Division. With the guys developing, people forget Hughes and Heischer are still like not even in their prime yet, and they're already this good. Wait until they're like 26, 27, like the ages that McKinnon and McDavid really started to like explode. McDavid's kind of an exception, but McKinnon's career point totals to start his career was like he had 60 in his rookie year, won the Calder Trophy. Then it was like 35, 50, 50, 50, 90, 90, 90, 100, 100, 100. Like, it takes time. It's not going to be one of those things where it's just like an overnight thing. So you see what you can do tonight against a team like the Islanders. I'm excited about it because I'm always excited when they play, but I also feel like they just have another gear that they can get to. The depth guys played so well in the first 5 games. I'm talking about Cotter and Kovacevic and Nason and Tatar. And now in the last 3 or 4 games, the top guys have been producing. Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, Timo Meier, Jesper Bratt. Luke Hughes is back. You see those things. It's like, when can this all just come together? When can the depth guys and the top guys just all play cohesively well at the same time?
Yeah, and it's got to happen sooner rather than later because as much as these depth guys are scoring, which is fantastic, eventually those depth guys are going to hit their plateau and they're going to dry up, and that's when we absolutely need our top scorers to be playing and scoring. So I'm with you. I would like to see it all at once. However, right now, it's our depth guys that are dragging this team through this beginning lull. The big guys got to start to pop the puck in the net.
Absolutely. So this is the point of the show, Shorts Guy, where we remind everybody to throw their predictions in the chat right now. And that includes Mr. Sam Wu. I haven't gotten a prediction from him yet. I want to know what he's thinking.
It's coming.
I'm sure he'll say like 25-6 or something like that, but we're hoping for a Devils win at the end of the day. I will read a couple of your predictions in the chat as soon as I can. But Shorts Guy, why don't you kick us off with your prediction for today?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. In whatever I am in predictions because there's been nothing. I haven't done anything right with predictions. Beer Baron's so snake bitten with his predictions, like he's afraid to give them. But yeah, we got Jake Allen in net. Jake Allen, I'm hoping for a big bounce back game, and I'm hoping that he is able to prove that game against Tampa was a fluke, because I truly believe that game was a fluke, especially when you see a goal scored off the bounce like it was. And I am going to say the Devils are going to break out of this slump. We've got Anaheim coming in on Sunday. So tonight and Sunday are 2 games we should win. But that being said, I'm going to say the Devils are going to win 4-1 tonight. I'm going to steal Brooke Amanda's scoreline, even though her daughter Melina is predicting 4-2. I'm going to steal 4-1. So we'll see.
We will see is right. Looking in the YouTube chat to see what some people are saying, in addition to what you were saying. So, yeah. Joseph says 3-1 Devils. Shroom Goon. I think we laughed about that.
That's a great name. We laugh about it every time we read it.
2-0 Devils. He's also got 5-2 Yankees. We could touch on that right before we log off too. Brian says 2-1 Good Guys. Survey 3-2 Devils. R. Nunez 7-3 Islanders, going for the reverse and hoping they are wrong. Okay. I get it.
Yeah.
Sam Wu, after saying something not as nice to me, said 4-2 Devils. So that was really nice of him. 4-2 Devils. I think that's a very conservative prediction there for Sam Wu.
For Sam Wu, big time, yeah.
I actually like that prediction. I'm gonna go 5-2. I'm gonna
Okay.
go 5-2. That's
5 to
my
2.
plan. I want a 5-2 victory. Put up 5 goals and only allow. If you allow 2 goals in the NHL, you should be able to win. I think that's the average
Should.
goals per game given up. You can't expect a shutout or 1-goal game every time, but a 5-2 victory would make me feel real good going into the weekend. And then we also want to remind you that on Sunday, there will be the big stage.
Mm-hmm.
You could sign up at joinourcrew.com to find out who will be singing live on the big stage. That
Oh,
is
yeah.
that is very, very exciting. You're going to want to be there. Go to
Oh, yeah.
joinourcrew.com and you will find out everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Just go to
What do you think?
joinourcrew.com. We got all our updates there. So it's
What do you
it's a
think?
famous individual coming out to sing, and you only
Yeah,
find out
yeah.
by going to joinourcrew.com, so you can see who that famous individual is who is coming as our entertainments
You're going to want to be getting that
on
email
Sunday.
blast. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
You're going to want to be getting that email blast because you're going to get all the information
Mm-hmm.
on what's going on with the Devils. But word on the street is it's a famous person that you're going to want to hear come sing on the stage.
That's what I hear.
Shorts guy, is it just like a Mets thing to root against the Yankees in the World Series, even though they're playing the Dodgers who just beat them?
I don't know. I'm gonna just go flat out and say I'm bitter because they were running Judge versus Otani commercials during the Mets Dodgers series. So it's the league, the advertisers, the TV broadcasters. They all wanted this matchup, so that's kind of why I have to roll my eyes at it. I don't know. I could honestly at this point. I don't know. I don't know.
I
I don't want to see
comment.
the Dodgers. I don't want to see the Dodgers win because they beat us, and I don't want to see the Yankees win because
The world will explode.
I'd
Yeah,
like
well.
to make a comment on that.
Yeah,
Sam?
I'm the
Sam's
same way.
conspiracy theory.
No, I'm the same way. I'm just. It's kind of like who do you want to win the Stanley Cup, Flyers or Rangers, right? You're kind of but I'm going to default, believe it or not, that I want the Yankees to win for the reason of the Dodgers couldn't make it in New York. That's why they left.
Okay. Okay.
And Otani gambles and he cheats.
Nice. Okay, that's
Okay.
a fair prediction. The Brooklyn Dodgers, they quit. They quit on New York. They left Brooklyn.
They did.
They
did.
Ebbets Field is legendary too. That's my all-time favorite stadium that doesn't exist anymore.
By
Big
the
fan
way,
of
Shroom White has the greatest comment or question. What's the prediction on the amount of Taylor ham sandwiches that people will be praising the toilet gods after?
No,
taking-
Sam. Those are pork roll sandwiches that make you sick, not Taylor ham.
That's correct.
Pork roll sandwiches make you sick. Taylor ham sandwiches don't.
I don't even know what pork roll is. I only know Taylor ham. So
Exactly. It's Taylor ham's evil twin, just like in that Simpsons episode. Just like that Simpsons episode where they found out Bart was a conjoined twin on the Treehouse of Horrors. He's Hugo. Pork roll is to Taylor ham like Hugo is to Bart.
nice. I was thinking Taylor ham becomes pork roll when it comes out of you. If you don't, you know what I mean? Like that stupid joke. We can't thank everybody enough for watching Game Day Live today.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed today's game between the New Jersey Devils and the New York Islanders. I will be watching it on my computer from my perch at United Center, where I'll be also seeing Steven Stamkos play for the Predators for the first time ever. Actually, kind of looking forward to catching that.
Kind of
And we hope
weird.
you-
Kind of weird.
Yeah. It's going to be extremely weird. I'm actually almost like not looking forward to seeing him in a different uniform besides the Lightning. They probably would have won 10-5 the other night, though, if they had Stamkos. So, actually, they got a break on that.
No, he probably would have been injured. So
True. Fair. Very fair. Thank you for everybody for watching. We will see you on Devils After Dark after the game. And make sure you go to joinourcrew.com so you can learn a lot more about what's going on Sunday. And as always, let's go Devils.